So this is the fifth short video on equations with fractions. Now you will notice that we have two terms with fractions, so we're going to have to find the lowest common multiple of 4 and 2. Now you should know the smallest number that divides by a 4 and by a 2 is 4. So if we did the 2 times table, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The 4 times table, 4, 8, 12, you can see that it's 4 that's the lowest common multiple. Now I know that some of you simply multiply the 2 and the 4 together to give 8. You could use 8. It's not wrong, it's just it's not the lowest common multiple. So I'm going to use 4. And what am I going to multiply by 4? I multiply the 3. Remember, I don't multiply this bracket here because that bracket is part of the term, and multiplying the 3 by 4 serves to multiply the whole term. I'm going to multiply this 1, I'm going to multiply this 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. The bottom line does not change. The bracket doesn't change. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 over 4 is 3. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And lo and behold, we now have an equation without any fractions. So expand the bracket. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times minus 1, that's minus 3. Now, I have two like terms that I must simplify. Two number terms. So minus 3 plus 2, or 2 minus 3, gives me minus 1. Add 1 to both sides. Divide by 6. And the answer is 13 over 6. Now, this example is different again. This is a wee bit tricky. And it's tricky because we've got some minus signs in this second term. We've got a minus sign in front of the term, and we've got a minus sign inside the term. We don't need to worry about it as long as we're very careful. So what I'm going to do is just to change the appearance of this, I'm going to take the dividing 3 and write it as a multiplying 1/3, and then bracket 2x plus 4 minus, I'm going to take out the dividing 6 and write it as a multiplying 1/6, x minus 5 equals 10. Now, 3 times 6 is 18, but wait a minute, there's a smaller number that we could use. What is that smaller number? What's the lowest common multiple of 6 and 3? The lowest common multiple of 6 and 3 is in fact 6. It just makes life a little bit easier for us. Multiply by 6, multiply by 6, and multiply by 6. So that gives us 6 over 3. Six over 6. 6 times 10 is 60. Now simplifying, 6 over 3 is 2. That gives us a 1. Expand the bracket, 2 times 2x is 4x, 2 times 4 is 8. Now here's where we've got to be careful. Minus 1 times x is minus 1x, or minus x. Minus 1 times minus 5 is a plus 5. So we've got 4x and a minus 1x, and we've got an 8 and a 5. 4x take away 1x is 3x. 8 plus 5 is 13. Subtract 13 from both sides, and that gives us 47 equals 3x. And if we divide by 3, x equals 47 over 3. So it's page 140, question 2, parts I to R. That's quite a lot of work to do, and there are a lot of equations there that are tricky, so you need to be careful.